Oh, hey, my name's Ethan Stewart. I'm a student here at West Virginia Junior College with the IT program. I was actually just heading to class to work on a project with my fellow classmates. Why don't you come check it out? And welcome to the IT lab. We've each been working on a different part of this project for a little bit, that being how to build a computer, how to install Hyper-V, and what you can do with a virtual machine. And with that being said, let's go ahead and start with how to build a computer.
Hi, I'm Jordan, and I'm going to walk you through the parts of a computer. This is the case. It's going to hold all of the parts of the computer. This is the motherboard. The motherboard is the main part of a computer. Not only will it hold all the important parts of your computer, but it is a circuit board that allows information between all the different parts. The CPU, or known as the central processing unit, is a square circuit that performs basic logic, controlling and input and output operations. This is the RAM, other known as random access memory. It is usually 2 to 4 sticks inside your computer. They will provide temporary storage that goes away after the computer is turned off. More RAM will also make your computer run more smoothly. They are what you read and write access with. Without this, your computer will not run. This is the CPU cooler. It cools off your CPU. One thing about these is if you have an Intel motherboard, a CPU cooler will have a different bracket you will use to put the CPU cooler in compared to an AMD motherboard. These will come in all different shapes and sizes. Some will be water cooled, other will only be the fan. Either one is completely fine, they both do the same job. This is a case fan. The fans inside your case will provide you with maximum airflow into your computer. One side has air being sucked into it and the other side pushes the air out. You can have up to 6 fans on your regular case, and other cases that are bigger can have up to 10. And this is the power supply unit, or known as the PSU. It gives power to all of the components inside the computer, and those are the parts of the computer.
Alright, thank you, Jordan. Now we're going to build the computer itself. Usually I like to start off with the RAM, and you want to use the last, or the second and the fourth one over here. And they're going to have notches right here that will align with the RAM. So you'll just slide it right in. Sometimes it can be a pain, but you just want to push it down until you hear the click. And that's how it will be for any motherboard that you're putting RAM in. Alright, and so after that, you want to get your thermal paste, put it on top of your CPU. Just put a little bit on there, you don't need too much. Alright, so after you apply the thermal paste, try not to get it on your fingers. They will stain. And so now we're going to be using a stock CPU cooler. This is going to be a little different compared to your other ones. You just want to push it down. And you also want to twist them in a certain way too. Alright, so after you're done doing that with every single one, they will all be facing the center of the fan. And back here, these are what fan plugins look like. If I were you, if you have a closer one to it, I'd go ahead and put it in. On the motherboard, there will be a slot that'll slide on here. Sometimes it'll have 3 pins depending on how old it is. The newer ones have 4. If you want, you can just tuck it down here so no one can really see it. Then now we don't have a graphics card to show, but this is where it would go. You would just flip that notch down and slide it right in there. We also have a spot to put a M.2 drive in there. It looks like a stick of gum. Nowadays, people are using it more just because it doesn't have any moving parts compared to a hard drive. Now we will be putting the motherboard in the computer. Now for most computers, you're going to have a metal piece that's going to be around here, and you will put it into here. But now on this one, it doesn't, so you'll just hold it and slide it right into here. Alright, so this will be the HD audio, and you'll want to plug it in right here. Oh, now before we do, you can see there is this part right there missing on the bottom. A lot of pins will be like that, and you need to match those up for it to work properly. Now this is the 24 pin motherboard, thank you, connector right here. Just want to plug it in like that. You'll feel it snap. This will be the USB 3.0. They'll have a different connector, and they'll always be blue. This one as well has a groove you put it on, and this bring it in here real quick. This is the SATA. It's from the hard drive. You can also have it from an SSD too, but in this computer, it's a hard drive. Alright, so right here, these pins, they'll all have the names on top of them. Now, they will go usually right down here. You're going to want to have to consult your motherboard instructions for this. They all have different places on each one, and you can kind of see in this video there are words underneath there too to help you. However, they're too small, so you'll definitely have to consult your instructions for it. Alright, so you see on here, this is going to be for the back fan. This side says it'll be pushing air out, which the logo will be facing inwards towards the computer. And this one, it will go right back here. With any case, this one, you can put up to 6 fans. You can put 2 up here, and then there are spots down here for 3 of them, but for this one, we only have the 1 fan. Alright, so there will be an 8-pin connector. It will always be up at the top left, and you just want to get it to where these are aligned and push it down. Now these are always a little difficult to get in. I just put it in the wrong way. Shoot. Alright, there we go. Just want to stick that down in there. Okay.
Nice.
Now the fan plug-in will be the exact same thing as the CPU core. There is going to be a fan plug-in located down here. Now, like I said earlier, some will come with 3 pins, the other one will be 4. This one is 3, unlike the CPU cooler. And you'll do like you did with the other one, is align it with the notch. If I can slide it down in here, there we go. And there you go. Alright, now we're going to send it over to the guys in the next step.